Yo! Video games.
What up, dudes? It's Matt here for YoVideogames, and we're back again with the best games of 2014. This time we're talking about the big one. The big hyped game that Nintendo sold its entire E3 show floor on, Super Smash Bros. 4. Now, the game has been a giant roller coaster ride for me and Max, as we were really pumped, and then we kind of got really disappointed, and then we got more disappointed, and then we played the final game, and we kind of got our faith restored. All in all, though, I think it's actually a pretty damn good game, though there are still some reservations I still have about it, but that doesn't detract from the fact that this is indeed one of the best games of 2014. Now, on the surface level, Super Smash Bros. 4 doesn't look all that different from other Smash Bros. Games. Smash 64, Melee, Brawl, this one, they all kind of seem to play exactly the same. But if you're a true Smash veteran, you know that this game is really unlike any other game in the series. But those are the nitty-gritty details. What about the game in general? Well, first of all, let's look at the roster. The roster here is the best it's ever been. It's got such a great assortment of characters, all the way from 1980 and Pac-Man to 2013 with characters from Xenoblade and Fire Emblem Awakening. It covers all the bases and really leaves a satisfying impression. Now, of course, it doesn't have Snake, but he was kind of an oddball even in Brawl. I'd love to have him back, but I can understand why he's not in the game. Thankfully, the game keeps a lot of its modes and extras from Brawl in the new one, such as Stage Creator, My Music, and of course the event mode, to name a few. Now, I really like all these, and they certainly add a lot to the value. It's really hard to argue that this game doesn't give you your bang for your buck. And most importantly, the online functions really well here. That's an important point to note. However, also like Mario Kart 8, it would be nicer if there were a bit more customization options for you, especially outside of your friend mode. When you're in friend-only mode, you pretty much have anything you want available to you. However, no matter what you do, when you're playing with strangers for fun or for glory, you are very limited on the modes and options you have available. So that's kind of a bummer, but it just gives you more incentive to get in with the community, get some friends registered, and without the friend codes, this is a lot easier of an experience. Now, if there is one thing that I think Smash Bros. 4 still really truly suffers from, it would be the single player stuff. Now, let's get it straight. There is a ton of stuff to do if you're a solo player. Trophy Rush, events, stadium, all kinds of good stuff. But I gotta be really honest, especially on the Wii U, the Smash Tour mode is basically a piece of crap. You play it once and then you pretty much do it never again. Smash Run has its fans on the 3DS, but not being able to play that online is a real buzzkill. What really saddens me about the whole experience is that I think Melee and even to an extent Brawl showed a really cool idea of what you could do with single player Smash Bros. Mode. However, I feel that rather than try to improve what we had before, they just seem to kind of throw it out and say, you know what, people didn't like it, so let's not bother at all. I think if we took the adventure mode from Melee and maybe added a slight giant overworld map system similar to the Great Maze in Brawl, we could have had something really cool, something where you go to the specific worlds, but maybe in an order you choose, and there's sort of mini levels in between, just getting from Kirby to Zelda. It would have been really cool. I really wish we could have seen a more robust single player experience, something that was just meaty and fan servicey and just brought everything that was great about adventure mode and just the really awesome cutscenes from Brawl. I really just wish it was there, but alas, what are you gonna do? It's still a really fun game. You'll still have a ton of fun playing it alone with friends online, and of course, it's got an amazing 8-player chaos mode locally. I seriously can't stress this enough. It's probably one of the greatest gaming experiences you'll ever have, is to get 8 friends together and just beat the shit out of each other with everyone from Pac-Man, Mega Man, Mario, Sonic, Shulk, Link, Ganondorf, Pit, what have you. It's just a great time. I love it, and I can't recommend this mode enough. You have to experience it at least once. The amiibos is really not something I've really touched upon, but it's a really cool feature to have, and you can't really knock it even if you aren't interested in it. All in all, I think it's still a pretty damn good game. It's not perfect by any means, but it does have a lot going for it, and it is a finely crafted experience with a ton of music, a ton of modes, a ton of options, and just a ton of fun. It may not break the mold, but it certainly perfects its craft. So all in all, if you're really a sucker for nostalgia, you cannot do better than Super Smash Bros. 4. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll catch you later on the channel. Later, dudes!